Alright, we're doing the assembly of the scent generator for putting some air with scent in it into the middle of the lake. We take off our clean projector black rubber knob and we take our protect the valve on the scuba tank, open that sucker up, put the point of the adjustment screw into that side and the flat on the flat, hand crank it. Then we've got our manifold that has the on-off switch. Assemble that. These are just regular air fittings. So just pop right in there. There we go. And we got that in the off position. Then we get our tube that goes to the scent generator tube. Just pick one of these guys and put it in there. We pick up our scent generator after we put our scent inside the tube, hook it up, so now we have a source of air going all the way to it. Doesn't matter which end you go into. And then finally we have the tank, the tubing. Now, before we do that, we need to know how much air is coming out of the tube before we turn it all to that. So we're going to use this tube and a glass of water on shore. Now, first thing we're going to do is make sure that this is all the way out and this is stopped up. Turn on the tank, all our knobs and gauges go, and we're going to stick the tube down in the glass and turn it on. Shouldn't be anything coming out. Now we're going to crank it down into the regulator very slowly until we get air coming out the other end of this tube, which should happen any moment. There we go. We got some air. That's too much, so we're going to back off a little bit. And every time you back off or crank it, you've got to wait for the air pressure to equalize so we get just the right amount of little bubbles. That's about right. You've got bubbles coming out. Now we just turn it off with a switch. Now we're ready to take the tube out into the lake. We have to unplug the scent from it, or otherwise it doesn't turn. And then you undo that, and then when you're done, and this is the middle of the lake, you plug the end back in and you turn on the bubbles, and there'll be this many bubbles out into the lake like that. When you're done at the end of the day, turn off the on the manifold, and then you can let the pressure out. Turn off the tank, let the pressure off with this little relief valve. Then you can unscrew the regulator assembly from the tank, cover it back up, and then get your little rubber protector and screw that back down. And you can take everything apart so it will travel better. About that. I'm done.